This week on OSRL. Brr, it's getting cold. Time to fire up our rocket mass heater and see if it's up to the task of keeping us warm.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now if you're new here, my wife and I, we live off-grid here in the Arizona desert. Normally you think of deserts as being pretty hot. We're actually just coming off of a little bit of a heat wave, and we're going to head down into some really cold, chilly weather. In fact, it's cold and chilly right now as I speak. Jess is over here. She's not doing well with the cold weather. Look at this. Not too long ago we were sweating it out building the root cellar. Now we're freezing and cold. So we still got a lot of work to do on the root cellar, but we also have to prepare for the cold snap coming up, because we could be getting freezing temperatures here real soon. All right, I got things to do. I'm sure you got things you got to do to prepare, and Yuvia, she's just gonna do what she does. Yuvi, you all prepared for the cold weather? You prepared for the cold weather? She's got her fur coat on. She's ready. You got your fur coat on? All these have to go into the dome, huh? All right, let's move some plants.
Okay, yeah, I have a number of plants that are going to die if we get any frost, so I gotta bring them inside.
Do you want me to get a plant? I can hang on to one with my open arm.
Oh, okay.
Daddy's got one too. She's just looking at something she could possibly eat. All right, how many plants you got to bring in?
A lot more.
Can I have that? You got it okay?
This is why I'm looking forward to building a greenhouse.
Was there a casualty? Oh, it's leaking. She ain't interested in no plant blood.
All right, and now there's just a little more in the garden I gotta get. And by a little, I mean a lot.
Oh. Whoa. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. So we actually still have the vent for the AC up here. I think just wanted to make sure we weren't having any more hot days, but clearly I think we're done with the hot days since we got freezing temps coming up, so it's time for this thing to come out. And we're gonna put the actual window back in. All right, Jess, can I have you close up that window? Okay. Thank you. Team Supreme. Good morning, y'all. Well, I just let UV out of the dome, and it is official. The cold weather is upon us. It probably didn't quite hit freezing, but it's probably pretty close. I think the temps are around 35, 36. But inside the dome here, 63 degrees. So it's definitely cooling off inside the dome. Nice and cool. But tomorrow, I think it might officially dip down to freezing temperatures. And I'm thinking about lighting up the rocket mass heater. And just to see how that does in the morning. So that might be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to that. So we have been having some cold mornings, but this morning coming up, tomorrow morning, it's going to be below freezing already. It's crazy. Well, I guess we've had freezing cold temperatures around this time before, but this time we're prepared. We have our rocket mass heater in place, which we actually put together at the end of the last winter. Now we're ready to use it. So it seems kind of crazy to be lighting up the rocket mass heater right now, which is kind of warm and sunny, but I'm actually going to start the heating process. I have to get some more wood ready, which I'm just going to collect from around the property, just some old wood that we're not using anymore. You got a helper too. And I'm going to cut it up and to use it for the rocket mass heater. Also along with some branches, just whatever wood I can find, and get it ready to burn. So some of the wood I'm using is just branches from around the property, just old sticks I find. Some of them I'm going to cut up to about 1 foot to 16 inches of length, just so it fits in the burn chamber, and then we're going to light this thing up. Okay, I got some wood, some dry grass, some sticks to start us out, and let's just start up this fire, and we'll see how it goes. This will be the first fire of the season, so hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully we have a good draw. I can't wait to see how this works. Gonna put some of this fat wood in here. Gonna get some of these 2x4s. Let's get some of this dry grass. The idea is to start a fire in here. Should heat up the earthen mass and then heat up the home. So I just got this thing lit and the draw is working fantastic. The flames are just going right into the burn tunnel.
Jim said that the barrel is getting really hot now, so we were curious to see if we could boil some water on it. So I got my tea kettle and let's set it on top.
Okay, what are your observations here?
So it seems like the bench is heating up, but there's kind of like warm spots around in the front. Front near the top is pretty warm.
Oh yeah, holy cow. You can really feel that. So I had this fire going for about 2.5 hours, and it's hot. It's hot right around this area for sure. We go to bed pretty early around here, so I'm going to shut this down pretty soon. I got started pretty late, much later than I wanted to, but it's interesting because the temperature probably would be in the mid 60s or maybe even low 60s right now, but temperature in the dome is 75. So although it would probably be cooling down quite a bit right now, with the rocket mass heater going, it's really warming up. And although our kettle is on there, it is hot and the water is steamy, not hot enough for it to boil. I gotta let this fire die out. But if it does go for another half hour, that'll be about 3 hours. I was gonna try and hit 4 hours, but 3 hours should be good, and we'll see what it's like in the morning. Good morning. Well, it was amazing running that rocket mass heater this morning. It made the dome real nice, warm and cozy. And right next to that heater, it was hot. I had to go outside in the cold temperatures just to cool off a little bit. But I know our regular viewers, they want to see work get done. They want to know what's going on with the root cellar. And I have been working on backfilling along with all the heating and stuff. A lot of backfilling's happening. I'm going to be working on more of that today and get all that done. Then I'm going to be getting into the cob. We still have a house to build out here. So just checking on things in the dome real quick. The fire's been out for probably about a couple hours now. But touching the bench, it is still warm. It feels nice. I'm telling you, I think this has definitely got to be one of the most efficient ways of heating out here. What you doing? Yuvi, you're in the way of work getting done. Gotta put the dirt there. Oh, how can I interrupt this? She seems so relaxed. Alright, so this took a couple of days of just hard work, just kept at it. I got all the backfilling done for now. There'll be more to come for sure because eventually there will be a roof going over this, a roof/floor, and there'll be more backfilling yet to come. So still a lot more work. But this is good enough for now. I got those outside bags covered, and then I'll be going into some cob. So still a lot of work, but we're making real good progress, y'all. Boom, 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 knocking it out. So the cold weather is here, and people have expressed interest in learning how I do my keto coffee. So I thought I'd show you guys real quick. Shouldn't take too long. Let's get started. You might find this helpful. Now, I personally like this because it's great on cold mornings, very low on carbs, and definitely gives me a lot of energy. It keeps me fuller for a lot longer. Now, I personally make and drink 2 cups in the morning. I just find that about right for me. But of course, you make as much coffee, as much or as little as you want. Some people need a bigger boost, some people maybe not as much. Now, I've been using just the Great Value coffee, but when we got a little bit extra money, I do like to get coffee from local vendors and keep that money more local. But when in a pinch, Great Value does the job. I only prefer medium to lighter roasts, but that's just personal preference. Now let's let that brew. The time is not 6 p.m. The clock on this thing is always off. I like putting my coffee in a thermos because I am outside right away working in the morning, so this keeps everything nice and warm. But, again, personal choice. But I also like using this thermos because for me it helps shake up all the ingredients. But you'll see what I mean here in a second. So a lot of people who do keto coffee, they will add MCT oil. And I actually used to put MCT oil in my keto coffee, but It's nice. It is a fast burning fat, but I don't like the empty calories. So I kind of stopped doing that. And this is what I do instead. I will do 2 tablespoons of butter. And I personally like to use this oil in my keto coffee. It is an organic flaxseed oil. It's full of omega-3 fatty acids. It's a little bit better than the empty calories of the MCT oil. But I just add 1 tablespoon of that. Again, another optional thing I personally add in some whey protein because I do a lot of hard physical activity and I want to make sure I meet my protein requirements for the day. I'm not necessarily drawn to any particular brand, just as long as it's low carb. The scoop is large on here, so it's always tricky getting the protein powder in. Sometimes I make a little bit of a mess, and I just got to clean that up before Jess finds out. Now, I like my coffee a little sweeter, so I add in a little bit of this powdered stevia, and it is a fantastic sweetener, better than a lot of your artificial sweeteners out there. So if you're looking for something, give the powdered stevia a try. I usually put in 1 to 2 scoops of that. Now, since I've added that protein powder, I got to shake this up real nice. Now, of course, can't forget the taste test. Real hot, but real good. Real perfect for these cold mornings. I love it. Really keeps me going in the morning, gives me a lot of energy, keeps me much more full for a lot longer. So this is the recipe I use out here when doing all our work on the house.
I'm more of a tea person myself.
You do a keto tea?
I suppose it's keto. I don't know. I don't put fat in it.
What? Next time, put a little fat in that tea and see how it tastes. So just remember that this keto coffee does clock in around 400 calories. If you're looking to lose weight, I wouldn't add any more calories to this meal. Or if you're looking to bulk up, maybe you can add a little bit more to that meal. But 400 calories, it is pretty hefty.
Here we go. Hey, girl.
It's a good thing those handholds are there, huh? I'm glad you're getting out here and doing some work. I know you've been stuck inside for quite a bit. How's it feel? How's it feel to be out in the sun?
Good. Nice. It's a nice day.
Beautiful day. Oh, come here. I got to keep my baby warm. Oh. It's interesting because we had that temperature dip. There were freezing temperatures in there. But then just after that, it really started warming up. So we're actually in the middle of a little bit of a heat wave. I say heat wave, but it's like mid 80s. But either way, the temps have just been perfect. The temps are going to be perfect coming up. But I really believe that was a shot across the bow saying, hey, these cold temperatures are coming up, so be ready for those freezing temperatures. But I gotta say, it was absolutely nice firing up that rocket mass heater and just really getting it going and just making sure everything works properly for when those cold temperatures do become a much more regular thing, and just to know that it's absolutely working flawlessly.
Yeah, I mean, we lit it up before and we kind of tested it, but we didn't get a chance really to see the bench warm up then.
Yeah, because I was only running it for maybe like an hour at a time just to test it out.
Yeah.
So this time I really had it running for hours. That bench got warm. It was so nice and so cool to see and experience.
Yeah.
But obviously work continues around the house. Just did a ton of work, got all that backfilling done. I'm excited to have that underway. Next will be just protecting no bags, getting the cob done. So I'm really excited to get into that. Back into more cob. Oh, I love it. And of course, Jess is working hard back at the top of the dome, making really good progress on that, Jess. Good job. Boom. And that's not the only thing. You've been busy. Not only have you been working on the top of the dome, but you and your brother Peter are starting another channel.
Yeah.
So what's going on with that?
We filmed our first episode on that, and I'm working on editing it. So that was a lot of fun, by the way. I think we'll probably do a few episodes and get that ready to go before we release it. So it'll still be a little while yet before it's published. But it's super exciting.
Ooh, I'm excited to see a completed video. But yeah, excellent. Stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe so that when those videos drop, you'll be one of the first ones to check it out. I'm really excited. Team effort between the brother and sister to put this out. And real big passion project for Peter as he loves true crime and eating.
Yep.
So definitely give us a big thumbs up for Rocket Mass Heaters, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye, y'all.